Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, smash that subscribe button, turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I'm saying massive shout out to every one of you for the love, the support you all shower me here with. I am grateful, and you all are super sweet. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about a video that I saw where Israel were having meeting, their leaders were having meeting. And they said that young black generations are their major problem. So I was in kind of, I was like, how are black people, how did black people get into your business? Or how did you like all of a sudden start mentioning black people? And then it dawned on me that that black people refuse to be shut down and all that. You all can see what is going on in Israel and Hamas and Gaza and Palestine. Black people are also out there speaking their mind and rendering their voices. So they already like sat back and like, they were like, man, how are these people still speaking? How are they still talking? They are scared. Why? Because they think that all the things they have done to black people are going to wake up one day and do it to them. So at every point in time, or at any points they or any time they get, they use it to drag black people into their business, because I don't know how black people made it to Israel when what is going on is between Israel, Hamas, Gaza, and Palestine, and then they drag Hamas into it, right? How did black people make it into that? I mean, how did they get into there? Because I am trying to find out how black people made it into this discussion. But then they know the real people. They know black people are the real people. And then they are like, man, these people really have guts. I mean, they have been out there pushing out for, I mean, with everything they have been through, they are still out there speaking for Palestinians. So they are confused and scared. We don't want to go through what they have been through. So they are kind of scared, because like these people, with everything we've done to them, you know, what if the table turn? Let's get into this video.
Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this. Not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
With the young generation of the black community.
I got a serious question. Why can't clip people leave black people alone? What in the ever fuck do black people got to do with what the hell is going on in Israel? Why is it y'all always trying to find a way to put some shit on black people? Our president ain't even black no more. It's a white man. So what the fuck is happening? I legitimately need a white person to tell me what the fuck is y'all problem with black people. For real. Because we really don't do shit to y'all. Like all the violent shit that you keep in your head saying that we don't do that shit. Y'all do that shit. Raping, killing, murdering, y'all are the top of the food chain when it comes to all violence. Why is it that y'all is on our backs like we the ones who doing it more than y'all? Like, for real, black people just stay on repeat in your mind. And I really need to understand why. What the... You know what? I know why. I don't know why I'm playing around. I know why. It's because we the chosen people. We the chosen people. And the white people is trying to do whatever they can to eradicate our ass because they don't want us to go home. That's what it is. We are the holders of the earth. And y'all ass is the visitors. And y'all mad. That's what it is. It can't be nothing else. Like, science has proven this as a fact. It can't be nothing else at this point. See, I didn't want to get to the point of that realization because that point of realization comes towards the edge of being prejudiced. But goddamn it, it's the fucking truth. Because otherwise, it ain't no point for white people to look at black people the way that y'all do. Because all the shit that y'all scared that we gonna do, y'all did it to us first. My mind is blown. Let me go lay down. I'm finna take a nap. Goodbye. Now, wait a minute. I gotta go back and I gotta fix something because I just went on a rant, but it was a good rant, so I'm not gonna do it over and I need to correct myself. If you have been on my page for a while, you know that I have two categories of white people. There are regular white people and then there are clear people. The white people are the good people who stand for everything great, gracious, and empathize with everybody and everything around them. Then there are clear people who are nationalists and who don't give a fuck about nothing but their own skin color. Those are the ones that we don't like. Now, with that being said, I know that there are white people out here who are actually our allies. But here's the thing, y'all. Y'all, our allies only where we can hear and see you. We now need you to be our allies out there, out in public, where everybody can hear and see you. Okay, that means going out and talking to everybody in your community about how bad it is that people of color are being treated. Grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, your next door neighbor, Miss Lulu around the corner, the lady who be up at the fresh market that you go and shop at, her and her whole entire family. Go to your church and scream it from the mountaintops. They ask for you to do an open prayer in your church. Pray for the people of color and make everybody around you feel like shit because they don't feel the same way and they need to change the way that they are thinking. We need you to go into your communities now and speak up for us because just standing in our community and telling us how you're here with us ain't helping no more. Ain't nobody listening. You got to go knock on everybody else's door so that they can hear you clearly. For real, for real. I know y'all out there. I know you out there and I'm grateful for you. It's a lot of people who are grateful for you, but we need you to make a little bit more noise because, baby, let me tell you something. We this close to standing on a landmine and blowing every fucking thing up into World War III. You hear what I'm saying to you? We need help. Y'all got to come out here and make noise because this shit is... Go back and watch the original video. That's some shit. Go and do your own research and watch what the woman said. It's some shit. Have a good one.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation.
I mean, that's fine. We don't like you either, so. Okay. I'm so used to people not liking black people that when a new group of people just randomly says they don't like young black people. Alright. I mean, you know they're only saying this because Palestine supports Black Lives Matter, right? That's it. That's literally it. And the worst part is, she said this in Atlanta, never dominantly black city. I'm gonna do this real quick. Stop talking shit about Black Lives Matter if you're not going to get the facts right. Yes, there were people part of Black Lives Matter. Some people, because the organization splintered off into multiple different sects. Something gets too big too quickly. It tends to happen. Some people use the money for things that they weren't supposed to use it for. They were wrong, and they deserve to be held accountable. Very factual. That does not wipe away the intent, nor purpose, and driving force of the organization, which is to bring attention to the disproportionate concern for lives of black people lost at the hands of law enforcement. Y'all know what it was. Y'all know why it was started. That is literally it. And these riots that you say we were burning the place down. Do you know how many videos of it was from people from out of town? People from other communities, not niggas, coming to these protests strictly to tear shit up. You know, I was in Charlotte when Darren Scott got shot. There was a dude in Charlotte that got shot too, right off Old Concord Road, like right outside my neighborhood when that man got killed by police. Do you know how many people from outside of Charlotte were coming here just to tear shit up? Bro, our whole downtown was destroyed. There was a burning car right by Sugar Creek. And y'all blame Black Lives Matter when they didn't do that. And that's what y'all been doing this entire time. And the worst part is it was on the news. This shit was caught on the news. There was police officers dressed in plain clothes who would see a peaceful protest, and protesters started pointing them out. They would come in ski masks and all black. Like, come on, bro. And white people know that. But again, alt-right people have a very cozy relationship with Middle Eastern superpowers. Saudi Arabia definitely gave Donald Trump's son almost $3 billion? $3 million? A lot of goddamn money that could have went to reparations. But they're so on Hunter Biden's neck about accepting money from China and Russia. This nigga Trump was about to build Trump Towers in Russia. He was asking political leaders from other countries to help him win elections. Oh, well, other people do it too. And they're wrong too, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? At the end of the day, it's like this. I understand Black Lives Matter is like Republican scapegoat. And what really broke my heart, seeing Jewish Americans who used to stand with us in solidarity for Black Lives Matter, saying that we were burning the country down. When all we're doing is just saying that, can y'all stop carpet bombing people that you said could leave and you're bombing them at the only exit? Like, why are we getting blamed for saying no to genocide? And American Jewish people are doing so because a lot of people like to play to minority status when it benefits them. But we could be 1,000 and say this. If anyone is supporting Israel to say, well, I'm Jewish, you're white. And you're playing to your whiteness. You're not Jewish because your faith would not support genocide. Jewish people do not support Israel. No, they don't. That's why Jewish people in America daily protest against Israel. Real people who truly follow the faith of Judaism. Same thing with actual Muslims are incredibly peaceful. It's a peaceful faith. Period. I use arguments that are hypocritical that try to justify why you support Israel. When you just support Israel because those are Muslims being bombed to oblivion. And Muslims are savage, right? I find it disingenuous to when they try to turn us against Islam or other faiths when, to be honest, we probably have more Muslims who fuck with us than actual Christians here, because it just turns to Zionism, and y'all Zionism turns to genocide and totalitarianism. Y'all trying to take books out to school, put 10 commandments on the walls, but I can't read about Malcolm X. The slave masters are all friends. I just want y'all to remember that. Slave masters, oppressors, and mass murderers are all friends. She's over here on our taxpayer money, telling us we're the problem. Our taxpayer money. Like, shorty, how dare you come here and say you have a problem with Black Lives Matter when the niggas who started this taxpayer money is funding the crimes you're committing now? The absolute nerve. But, of course, anytime there's something wrong and, the black people are saying things that are somewhat factual, blame the young black people. It's their fault. And as our job as people who are maybe a little older than the youngins who are speaking to 19, 20-year-olds, y'all ain't gonna keep coming for our kids, bro. Y'all think it's an easy thing. Even in the French and Indian War, that a lot of people don't tell you with the Gullah Gullah Wars, that's an entirely different conversation. They used to fight us toe-to-toe with our soldiers. Lose. Go to our encampments and attack our women and children. This is what y'all always do. Y'all would rather attack children than stand in the face of men and scholars, academics. And I'm getting tired of it. Stop attacking Black Lives Matter, y'all scapegoat, because it's the weak one. Because we can talk about the numerous amount of institutions and groups y'all start that have purposely caused destruction. Y'all talk about Black Lives Matter, but y'all don't bring up MAGA. And that in itself is absurd to me, because I can list you the amount of people MAGA rallies have killed. We forget about Charlottesville, Virginia, huh? How MAGA Republicans were stabbing people with flag poles. Ran a lady over. When that happened in a Black Lives Matter rally? When was, outside of the police, anyone else committing real violence? Didn't that Kyle Reese dude come with a gun in opposition of?
Israel is when the young generation of the black community.
No shit. No shit. Thanks for saying the quiet part out loud. If Black Americans one day decided that we were just collectively done with the shit and we were going to rise up against our own oppressive government and the genocide going on in Palestine, it'd be over. It'd be over in like 3 to 5 business days, if you hear what I'm saying. Like, why do you think Black revolutionary leaders dropped like flies? And who do you think did it? So just to be clear, the Israeli state thinks that we, the Black community, are the biggest threat to Israel. And they're right. Honestly, they probably just saw my TikTok account. Like, if we're being real, that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm not that conceited.
Is when the young generation of the black community.
Now, what in the world did black people do to Israel? Israel is not getting bombed by black people. I wonder if it has to do with this. Now, I'm going to move my big old face out the screen, right? Because I can't read this stuff. I know this video is about to get taken down, so you share it like wildfire. But you go down the rabbit hole, and future time, I'll go deep diving into the true history about this stuff that they like to hide. But go ahead and take a snapshot of this and do your own research. You got it? All right, hold on. I got another page, right? Watch this. All right, watch this. Now, I actually used to do demolition in New York, and we used to clear out houses. Hopefully you got the snapshot of that. Apartments, wealthy of these kind of people's homes. And unfortunately, for moving around so much, I lost the books that I found. But they have books that they don't even publish. They just privately circulate amongst their own libraries. This stuff is literally printed out by themselves and copied by themselves, in each other, and sent to each other about this real history about what they did. And so they know that a large portion of black Americans are indeed Israelites. They know and understand that a large portion of Native Americans in the North America, Central America, and South America, aka you Latinos, are Israelites. The problem is the people that are making the most noise about this and the true identity of a lot of the people that descend from the transatlantic slave trade is that a lot of them are unfortunately antichrist, and they have made the identity and the history the God instead of Jesus Christ. But the history is there, and the history is real, and actually in my class tonight in the breakdown of Revelation, part of the big deal is to stop the 144,000 of the actual lineage of Israelites scattered all around the world from being sealed. So this is why you have Hebrew Israelites being, not all of them, but the more loudmouth ones, they're actually controlled opposition to make sure that they end up in an antichrist spirit and don't get sealed. I'm telling you, the conspiracy on this gets deep. Repent, for the kingdom of God is at hand.
Is when the young generation of the black community.
All of the young generation of the black community, Judah, I hope y'all listening. I hope y'all listening. And y'all out here doing all this stupid shit, being chaotic and killing your own people. and they are setting and getting ready to get y'all ass. You better pay attention and you better change the frequency. Start helping your own. Stop hurting your own. Because the beast is bigger than you. And the only way you can beat the beast is if y'all come together as one. Stop hurting each other. Stop hating on each other. Grow together and get ready. Because these motherfuckers are about to set up things to fucking take y'all out. Little by little. Change y'all frequency. Watch the rest of this so y'all can learn something. Stop being destructive to your own people. And watch and learn.
Is with the young generation of the black community.
You know why? Because we don't tolerate that bullshit. We are not our ancestors. We are not 2, 3 generations, 4 generations, 5 generations behind. We are not them. Play with us and we show the out. Y'all heard around and find out. Y'all gonna find out with us. Y'all come over here and y'all pull that over here and y'all gonna see the young black community is not to be played with. You understand? We saw what our older people went through. Try that with me. Try that with any young black person. Try it. I dare you. Yo, Israel. Y'all know what's up. We bout it.
Is with the young generation of the black community.
It's not bullying, hate speech, or harassment, nor is it to encourage, any type of dangerous activities, anything like that. This video is just for educational purposes only. But let's talk about this because we know at this point that the United States has Israeli military officials train our police officers. They send thousands of police officers to Israel, as well as having some of them come over here on American soil to train our police officers. We know that the tactics that the IDF uses against the Palestinians, the American police force uses against. Okay. And then we have her, an Israeli politician, at a secret meeting in Atlanta, saying that we are her biggest problem. You know what else is going on in Atlanta? Cop City. Cop City. I don't know all the details of Cop City, but I know it's a big ass area of Atlanta that they want to turn into some real life Call of Duty training type shit for police officers to train how to combat us, basically. We also know that they indicted 60 protesters out of Atlanta. 60 protesters on a RICO. On a motherfucking RICO. They charged the bail bondsmen. That, they have a specific bond company that works with protesters that'll put up your bail and shit. Because you out here, standing for what's right, exercising your right to protest. Yeah, they got indicted on a RICO too. Is it clicking? Is it clicking? What's the motherfucking move? We can't just pretend we don't see this shit no more. It's at the front door. They outside with it. This shit getting scary.
Is with the young generation of the black community.
I don't care to be perfect. I don't care to prove a point. But I'm glad every time I think, Lord, am I off about them? The Holy Spirit shows me proof after proof after proof. Stop doubting yourself when you know you hear God. They are evil people. They are not the original Israelites. And it is clear that they are threatened by the original Jews, which are us, black people, who were spread at all 4 corners of the earth. You heard what she said. There's no mixed words. They're not trying to hide it. They are threatened and they are afraid that Yeshua HaMashiach is coming back for his true remnant and original people, and everyone else is the Gentiles. Everyone else is the second, it's a stepchild. Everyone else the young black community, she said. Oh, because young black community, as much as they're killing each other, they are waking up. The Holy Spirit is speaking to them. They're getting more woke. They're a threat. We are not the Gentiles. Everyone else is. We are the firstborn. Everyone else is secondborn. Did you hear what she said? In American soil, having a secret meeting over here in America. The young black community. She said the biggest Jewish, the ish at the end, their problem is the young black community. Why are we always on the topic of everyone's conversation? Because we are who we are, and we are the original people that God created. And it is what it is. Revelation 2:9. Go read it.
Arnai Shore. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta.
Now, I honestly think it's very imperative that you guys actually sit down and actually watch the video that I stitched and then come back, because you need to understand just for context sakes. All right? So watch it and come back. All right, now that you're back. So, there's a reason why the black community is the biggest issue threatening Israeli Jews, right? And that's because we are what is called Bani Israel. I am Bani Israel. But being Bani Israel, the authentic people, we call ourselves the tribe of Itzhaki, like most other of the other tribes are called by their father's name, which is Ishmaeli or Saudi. So that's the facts. So we call ourselves Itzhaki. And the nation that you're a part of, which is like, your father's names are like your address. So it tells which region you belong to, which towns and lands, because everything is kind of mixed up traditionally. So we are Bedouin people. And so that's a problem, because if young black youth come to the truth, wake up, and decide they want to come back, they have a land inheritance. And the fact that we're joining hands with the Palestinians in their fight for the land, because if they win the land, we win our right to return too. We're together. The Palestinians are our brothers and sisters. They are part of the families. It's us, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, right? Egypt, and Saudi. We are all families, all part of this land. Okay? We are all one family. We are all blood related. Some came in later and by marriage, but blood nonetheless. Okay? So that's why they're so worried, because if this is happening to them where they're getting put out of the land, then that means we're rising. We're coming back. All right? See you soon.
Didn't I give y'all the receipts on how a top Israeli government leader said that one of the greatest threats to the world are black youth?
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
Who told y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I bring it to you? Didn't I tell you that them folks way over there said one of the greatest threats of the black youth in America? What's the knucklehead's name that was a big shot in the music industry? And when Charlemagne asked him, why is it that he pushed black artists to talk about lean and drugs to dope up black society, black America? This Jewish white man pushed that through the music, and he said that he got to eat. Thank you, Leo. Somebody put Leo. Cohen is his name. Cohen. Thank you. Leo Cohen. That's his name. But some of you may not know about Leo Cohen, but he admitted that, like he was joking. He was dogging one intelligent black man that was calling out these predatory forces that Ye also was calling out. But we're going to leave that alone. What some of you don't know is that Leo Cohen's daddy was involved in the military in Israel. And his daddy was all about that life of warfare. And Leor knew that he was not meant to be that type of soldier. So he intentionally and deliberately chose to use black music as a form of destruction and warfare against black people. Were you all familiar with his daddy's legacy? And Leor Cohen's conscious decision to get into the music industry and prey on black folks and then turn around and use our music and weaponize it against us? Did you all know that? Look into his daddy's life. It's not just some news over there concerning them people. It's interrelated to us.
Is with the young generation of the black community.
So now you got to think, why would the young black generation be a threat to Israel? Israel is half a world away and surrounded by what they claim is terrorists, right? So these terrorists is not their biggest threat. This black community of poor people, no weapons of mass destruction, no military, nothing but ourselves and knowledge of selves is their biggest threat. Why is that? Why is black community the biggest threat to Israel? Not Hamas, not Iran, not Palestine, but the black community. We don't got no weapons. We don't got none of that. So how are we the biggest threat? You see what I'm saying? Because they know that we are waking up to who we are. That they are pretending to be who we are. That location that they made Israel is not real Israel. It was somewhere else where we came from. Am I saying that everybody over here is? No, because some of y'all are Aboriginal. Some of y'all are descendant of Moor. They were over here before. They came from the continent, but came here before Columbus, the Moors. The Aboriginals, they've been here for thousands upon thousands of years, right? And they mixed in with us too. But that don't take away the fact that there is a very large population in the black community with Hebrew and Israelite ancestry. And that's facts, bro. And they know that. And that's how we are the threat, the biggest threat to them. How are we the major problem? How are we a major problem to them? It's the only example. That's the only reason. For all of the brothers who's trying to deny our heritage and trying to deny who we are and us, our knowledge of self. And you hearing it from the horse's mouth, man. They know they pretending to be who we are, and they made a false-ass location of what they claim to be Israel. Real talk.
Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States.
Now, they're not showing all of this, but I'd be damned if I agree with this woman. The young generation is the problem, especially in the state of Maryland. I don't know if this law went to other states or whatever, but I posted something about it the other day, where our delegates or senators in Annapolis put out a bill or law or something that when young kids go out here and do crimes and just act like hoodlums, they get in no trouble for it. There are no consequences whatsoever. I remember one senator, was a female senator, I don't remember her name, was saying that she don't believe that young people under 25 can think properly. But yet at 18, you can have a license. At 18, you can get a job. At 18, you can get an apartment. At 18, if you're fortunate enough, you can get a home. You can do a lot of things when you turn 18. You have the right capacity to get those things and be able to do those things, to take care of those things. But you don't have the right frame of mind to know right from fucking wrong. I agree with this woman. United States is losing their goddamn minds. And nobody's speaking up on it. I would like to know, when they were proposing this damn law, when and where did they put it out for the people to oppose it? Because I never heard nothing about it until after they did what they did. And my understanding, I just found out about it this year. But my understanding the other day, they put it out last year. In some communities not far from me, people Cars are being stolen on a daily basis. Personal things are being stolen on a daily basis. And it's coming from the young. No consequences whatsoever. They just hand them back. They catch them, hand them back over to the parents. To trifling ass parents. They don't even instill manners or respect or anything worthwhile beneficial to the child into them. But then as soon as they go out there and do something they have no business doing and karma hits their ass and they get popped in the ass, everybody's going, oh, that's a child. That's a child. It was just a baby. It was just a child. Fuck them. Because they knew right from wrong, and the parents should know where the hell their kids are and take control over their darn children. And these lawmakers, everyone that signed on to that thing, that agreed with it, they should lose their positions. Why we didn't get to vote on something like that? You ain't teaching them shit in school. So you gonna let you want the streets to teach them? Is it that you want them to be gunned down and all this kind of stuff instead of incarcerated? They just spent over $32 million about 5-6 years ago to build a facility for young kids when they do stuff like this. A 600 bed count or something. They say they only have 100 and something there. I can guarantee you, if they let the cops do their job and hold these kids accountable, there will be more for them. It's supposed to rehab them and all this kind of stuff like that. What society is fucked up. Just fucked up.
So this is all I got from this video, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you out there. I mean, all my black kings and queens, you all are super awesome. Number one is that they know how powerful black people are. For Israel leaders to come together and left what is bothering them, you know, and with everything going on in the world and all that, they decided that it is young black generations, young black people that are their major problems. Why are you people the major problems? Because you all refuse to be, to be buried. You all refuse to bow for anybody. With everything that is still going on and with all black people have been through, they refuse to shut their mouth. They refuse to close their mouth. They are still out there fighting for everybody. They are all on every social media speaking up, telling them what they are doing. I like straight up, face to face, and not being scared. So they have seen what is going on. They know how powerful black people are, and they know that you all are the real people. Because you can imagine how the war started and black people are out there pushing and talking about it, citing Palestine. Why? Because they also stood by black people during Black Lives Matter and all that. So what do they have to say? They now have to put everything on black people. Like, how did you people, that is not, number one is, how did black people get into this? How did they get into this? Because black people are the cause of everything going on in this world. Because, they wake up every day, it is black people this, black people that. Number one is that they know how powerful you all are. But I don't know how you all got into this conversation. Because I thought they were scared of Hamas. Hamas were the ones coming for them. How come it's stopped being Hamas threatening them to black people, being the ones they are scared of, being the major, like you all are in United States, right? Or scattered all over the world. And then how did you people get into Israel and these things problem? They've been know right from the onset. That's why they are doing everything they can to show you all, but you all refuse to be shut down. Shout out to you all, everyone. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.